tuning in to my video. In today's video, I'm going to talk about how I moved to Dallas with little money into my dream apartment. So I officially made 4 months in Dallas, and I've gotten a couple of emails and DMs from people asking like what I did to move to Texas into my dream apartment. So I came up with a list of all the things that I've done to be here right now, okay? The first thing I always tell people is visit, visit, visit. You cannot move to a new city or a new state without visiting, because how would you know you like it? So I visited twice. The first time I visited, it was Iran's birthday. We came out here for his birthday about 2 years ago, I believe. And then the second time I visit is when I came to tour apartments. But the second time I visit, I stayed for I think almost a week, and I came here with zero expectations. I did not make any plans to go anywhere. I just wanted to come out here, look at these apartments, and act as if I'm already in the Dallas area and I'm not new here, to see if it's something that I like. So I would recommend to come here at least once or twice, and not just for a weekend, for a few days, to know, hey, okay, can I see myself waking up here every day? Can I see myself living in this environment every day? And that's what I did, and I think it really helped me out a lot. If you see me looking down, it's because I have my list here. But the next thing that I did was watch a lot of YouTube videos. When I tell you, I watched over thousands of YouTube videos in the span of the 1.5 years that it took me to get out here, especially YouTube videos like the one that I'm making now, because what better video to watch by someone who's been through what you're about to go through or what you're currently going through. So watch a lot of videos from people who did the move from across state and who landed their apartment, all the things that they had to do for their apartment. Those videos helped me out a lot. So I'm just like, you know what, I'm gonna create one for other people who's been asking, because why not, okay? I don't gatekeep. If you wanna move to Dallas, Houston, or even a whole nother state, like all of this can help you out, okay? Is you need to think of the lifestyle that you want. Do you want the fast life, the city life, or do you want the really quiet life? Because that's what's going to determine which city you live in. So if you're someone who like loud areas, city lights and all of that, you probably would want to live in a downtown area. Or if you're someone who likes to hear just crickets at night and not even a car go by, you're probably gonna want to live in like the boonies. Or if you're someone who likes a little bit of both, you're probably gonna live in the suburbs, which is what I did. I like to be able to have the quiet life and have the city life at the same time. So I moved in an area that allowed me to do both. Save as much as you can to afford the apartment that you want. Me, like you can tell by the title of this video, I had saved, the money came and went, life happened, so I didn't really move out here with the amount that I wanted to, but I still found a way. And as I'm going through the list, you'll see how I was able to still find a way. And I'm not going to tell you how much you should save, because everybody's lifestyles is different. I don't know what type of apartment you want, but save enough to know that you at least have money for rent, for the first month of rent, second month of rent, at least, because where you gonna stay if you don't pay rent? Okay. Next is how close you want to be to nightlife. So everything is big in Texas. Certain areas that you live in Dallas, everything is at least 30 plus minute drive away. So determine how close you want to be to the nightlife and the scenes. That is very important, because I will promise you, if you tell yourself, oh, I don't mind the drive, I don't mind driving 30, 40 minutes to go to like the clubs, the parties, whatever, and you get here and you realize 30 minutes can be without traffic, and then you want to add Texas traffic to that, that 30 can easily turn into 50 minutes, 53. So you have to really make sure that the area that you pick, the apartment that you pick, is close to all the things that you want to do, because you don't want to move to a new state and not be close to anywhere. You're new here, you want to be out there, you want to get to know the area, you want to do all these things. So you need to determine how close you want to be, which brings me to my next point, your commute. So how close you want to be to your nearest grocery store, gas station, hospital. Like I keep saying, you're in a new state, so you want to be close to those areas, especially a hospital, because a lot can happen. You never know. So how close you want to be to those things. Luckily for me, I was blessed enough to live in an area where I'm close to multiple gas stations, multiple grocery stores, and multiple urgent cares and pet hospitals and all these things. And that's another thing too, if you have pets, Dallas is a beautiful area. Dallas is a very pet-friendly area. So if you have pets, how close you want to be to those pet hospitals? So you have to do a lot of research, a lot. If you don't like research, baby, you're gonna have to do some research, okay? Because you do not want to come out here and have regrets and shoulda, coulda, woulda. All right. A lot of people probably don't think about this. I thought about this because, like I said, I'm very detail oriented. How long you want your lease to be? A lot of apartments offer 12-month, 13-month, or 15-month lease, and depending on the apartment that you choose, they will give you lower rent because you decide to get a longer lease. Now, with longer lease, there's also risk. Like, a lot can happen while you're there, and you're like, bro, I don't want to be there. Things here are terrible. I have a 15-month lease. It should have been 12. So just think about those things, but at the same time, don't let that fear stop you from picking the lease term that you want. Because think about it. You're in a new state. Do you really want to keep moving every 12 months? Probably not. So figure out how long your lease term will be, how much you want it to be, how long you want it to be, and sometimes apartments will decrease in the price. So that is something to think about. Next, which is, listen, this is the bread and butter to everything I just said. Get you an apartment locator. Every single thing that I just told you, they literally do it for you. You just have to know the answer to the questions. An apartment locator are qualified realtors and specialists who look for the apartments for you, depending on everything that you said you want, mid-rise, high-rise, whatever. And then they come up with a list of all the apartments that's within your budget and within everything that you said you want. You look through that list, you love your favorites, you pick your favorites, and then you send that list back to them and you're saying, okay, these 5 are my favorites. And then they're the ones who call the apartment to set up the tours for you. So you don't have to call the apartments to set up the tours for you. They literally do it for you, and only thing you have to do is just show up. Literally, that is the only thing you have to do. But it makes it easier and better for you to know all these things that you already want, because you don't want to end up in an apartment that you don't like because you decide not to give the apartment locators enough information. So get you an apartment locator. Honestly, if you guys want me to tour some apartments for you, I will. If you guys are like, okay, I use an apartment locator, but this apartment, I've seen it online and this is the area it is, and I really want to see what it is without coming here, you guys can comment down below. You guys can DM me on Instagram. I answer DMs, and you guys can even email me and say, hey, I'm interested in this apartment. If you have a chance, can you go tour it for me? I'll tour the apartments for you because I love home stuff. Listen, till this day, even though I'm in this apartment, every single day on YouTube, I'm still looking at home tours because that is me. So I will really tour those apartments for you if you guys would like. So that is free. Another thing too, it is completely free. You do not pay them anything. The only way they get paid is when you sign your lease for the apartment you chose. So did you hear me? It is FREE, free. Nothing comes out of your pocket. The only thing that you give them is your time to answer the questions and for them to look for the apartments for you with what you want. And the apartment that you choose pays them. So it is free. Next is something that I did not know, that a lot of apartments here in the Dallas area and also Houston, I don't know if it's just a Texas thing or if it's just an apartment thing, I don't know, but I'm speaking specific for Dallas. A lot of apartments have leasing specials. What are leasing specials? Leasing specials are when the apartment, because you are a new resident, they give you dollars off your rent. So sometimes they can give you 1 month free off of rent, they can give you $200 off your rent, 2 weeks free, whatever. They give you some type of discounted price on your rent. For me, I moved here in June. I did not have to pay rent in July because I had 1 month free. Now, another thing too, when you do find an apartment that you want and they're saying, oh, we're offering 1 month free to new leasers, ask them if you can prorate that amount. Prorating means ask them if you can break up the special throughout the term of your lease. So if they're saying, I I am going to give you 1 month free because you're a new leaser and your rent is $1,500. What you can do is $1,500, you divide it by the length of your lease. If your lease is 12 months, $1,500 divided by 12, and that number that you get will be the amount that is taken off every month of your rent. So your rent won't be $1,500, it'll probably be 14 and some change, 13 and some change. So find out if you can prorate it. My apartment unfortunately did not let us prorate, which is fine. I still got 1 month free in July, and that money I used it to get furniture. So really enjoy those leasing specials. They are for a limited time. Sometimes they'll tell you if you rent from this date to this date, you get this special. So just, you know, make sure. And the apartment locator that you use will also tell you about the leasing specials that they have, because they have like that connection with the apartments to find out more, even if it's not on their website. So just keep that in mind. And last but not least, probably my favorite tip of all time out of the other ones that I gave you was believe you can move to another state. If you do not believe that you can move to another state, it won't happen, okay? God says faith without works is dead. So have faith that you will be in that new city that you want to be in, and put in the work behind it, which is all the things that I just listed, to get that done, okay? The only person stopping you is you. The only person stopping you is you. You need to zone in and focus. I'm a due date person. I'm a time frame person. So you have to be realistic. When do you want to move? Do you want to move in the next year, in the next 2 years, in the next 5 years? Come up with a plan. I told myself, so a year and a half ago, I told myself that I wanted to move to Dallas, Texas. Well, I didn't tell myself. God sent me out here. But still, I knew I was going to move here. So I gave myself enough time, realistically, because I've never been to a new state before. This is my very first apartment. So it was just so many new things going on. I gave myself enough time to do all the things that I named, get my mind right, get my situation right, down to my job, down to how I was going to move, which I'll make another video on how to prepare for a new move to a new state or a new city. But still, if you do not believe that you can move, you won't move. It won't be anybody else's fault. It won't be because somebody else says anything. You will probably encounter a lot of people who don't believe that you can move. People didn't believe I was going to move to Texas. Did that stop me? No. I used that as fuel to be here. And what did I do? I popped out in Dallas, and everybody was so freaking shocked. Okay? Sometimes you gotta grind in silence and let your results speak, okay? So if you know you want to move, and you know that you want a different type of lifestyle, you know that you want better for yourself, bro, obtain the better. Do the work. And if you're a person of faith, pray to God about it. Okay? Don't lean on your own understanding. Pray to God about it. I really relied on God for this move. There's a lot of things that happened during this move that would not happen if it wasn't for God. There's a lot of things down to whether I got approved for the apartment with a certain amount of deposit, like the way I thought I was gonna get approved, it was even better, okay? So make sure that you are doing this for you, one, and two, believe that you can do it, okay? And I'm here in the background cheering you on, whoever you are, like, listen, go get it. Because if I can do it, you can too. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. If you haven't seen my empty apartment tour, I will add it to the end of this video so you guys can click on it, so you guys can see my beautiful apartment that I love so very much. And I'm still waiting on a lot of furniture to come, so you guys will see more furniture stuff and more apartment stuff later on. But